Welcome to the Glen. It's time for the final road course race of the 2022 NASCAR Verizon Cup Series season, along with the second to last race in our regular season. There are 2 spots open for the playoffs, and if we have no new winner today, one of them will lock themselves in and will have 1 spot open going into Daytona next week. Of course, a new winner can automatically lock themselves in and put the pressure on for guys like Martin Truex, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, and Erik Jones. They are all on that bubble to make the playoffs for the 2022 season. A lot of headlines coming into Watkins Glen this weekend, but first, let's take a look at the drivers to watch for today's GoBowling.com at Watkins Glen. Christopher Bell, of course, on the pole. He's had the dominant car this weekend. He hasn't won since race 11 at Kansas. That 20 car has been out of victory lane for a little while. Christopher Bell saying he's very confident in his ability to win this race. So watch the 20 from the pole today to win this race and give Joe Gibbs back-to-back victories. Austin Cindric, he won the last time we were on a road course. Where did he start? 5th place. Where's he starting today? 5th place. The 2 cars now a legit favorite to win today's race. Can he get career win number 2 in 4 races and give him some more advantage on the cut line for the playoffs? Tyler Reddick, of course, in that 8 car, 46 points out. The goal today, get beneath 30 points out. Make Daytona marginable on position. The goal, get as many stage points as the 8 car can without the 14 finishing in front of them. Speaking of the 14, Chase Briscoe, 46 points to the good. Their goal, finish in front of the 8 car. That is the only goal going into today. They can do that. They'll have a good advantage going into Daytona next weekend to make the playoffs. Let's go trackside for the command.
Rusty Wallace, joined by professional bowlers Stephanie Johnson and Anthony Simonson.
For everybody watching and listening around the world, drivers, start your engines!
As the cars roll off pit road, take a look at your GoBowling.com at the Glen starting lineup. On the pole, it's Christopher Bell for Joe Gibbs Racing next to the 9 car Chase Elliott. In row 2, it's Kyle Larson next to Daniel Suarez. In row 3, last road course ringer Austin Cindric and Martin Truex Jr. In row 4, 2 road course ringers Michael McDowell and AJ Allmendinger. Row 5, best friends Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain. In row 6, William Byron, who nearly won Pocono last week, and Tyler Reddick. And in row 7, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Row 8, Chase Briscoe next to Ryan Blaney. And in row 9, Chris Buescher and Kevin Harvick. Row 10, it's Erik Jones and Justin Haley. And in row 11, Ty Gibbs next to Brad Keselowski. Row 12, Eric Almirola and Austin Dillon. And row 13, Cole Custer and Bubba Wallace, who almost won at Pocono last week. Row 14, Josh Bilicki next to Todd Gilliland. And row 15, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and IMSA champion Joey Hand. Row 16, Ty Dillon and Corey LaJoie. And row 17, Harrison Burton and Cody Ware. Row 18, rounding out the field, BJ McLeod and Alex Bowman, who didn't qualify. Race facts, 90 laps, 225 miles, 20, 20, 50 the stage lengths. Pit window, 26, 31 laps. Rain is on the way. That will be a big no for today's race. Martin Truex picked up his 2nd win of the 2021 season last year right here at Watkins Glen. He's the defending winner. Let's break down this 7-turn road course where you're going to go down the long front straightaway into the heavy braking zone in turn 1. A lot of bumping and banging and 3-wide dive bombs there. Snake your way up through the S's, 2, 3, turn 4, down the long back straightaway, a hard braking zone into the inner loop of the bus stop. That's where we've seen a lot of big wrecks in the past. Sweep through turn 5, down the long straightaway to turn 6, and off the right-hand turn 7, and that's how you perfect a lap at Watkins Glen International. Green flag, we're racing in upstate New York. Suarez trying to pass Cindric. We got trouble in turn 1. Harrison Burton gets the car refired and continues moving. Let's take a look at what happened to the 21 of Burton. Looks like it's got loose on entry in turn 1. It's been a tricky spot for all the years we've been coming to Watkins Glen, but we stay green as a pit stop's expected in the next couple of laps. Harrison Burton, looks like nothing wrong with the 21 as Christopher Bell continues to lead here at Watkins Glen. Austin Cindric wins Stage 1. Second career stage win for the 2 car. He won Stage 2 in the Daytona 500 back in February. Michael McDowell, Martin Truex, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Justin Haley, Brad Keselowski. As now we are back here at Watkins Glen. Take a look at what happened to the 5 and the 99, running 3rd and 4th. We stay green, but look at Suarez diving in deep there, and that's where it's sprinkled under caution during the caution period at the end of Stage 1. Larson spun around going into the inner loop, but they both got back going. We are still green right now. Chase Elliott is your new leader. See Suarez slid through the grass, and Larson tried to overcorrect it, but ended up spinning it into the carousel. Both of them are back in the race, but outside the top 15 as they run currently. Stage 2 goes to the 9 of Chase Elliott. He passed Christopher Bell before Bell came to pit road, and Elliott stays out to get the stage point. Hamlin, Byron, Kyle Busch, and Chris Buescher, your top 5. Good stage for Bowman and Ty Dillon. As now Larson to the bottom of Gibbs. Trouble! That is Stenhouse in the chicane, as Kyle Busch may have been responsible for this one. He got to the bottom of Stenhouse, who's on older tires, and looks like turned him, and Stenhouse went sliding through the soft grass there in the bus stop, but he continues to roll. We are still green. We have not had a caution for an incident, or at least a full course caution just yet. Larson in the second, 11 seconds behind Bell. Trouble! This could bring out a caution, but LaJoie keeps going. We stay green with 5 to go. Watch the blue number 7 top of your screen just get completely too hot into turn number 6. Slides. Kyle Busch does a full 360 and continues, but he loses some track position. Corey LaJoie will also continue in the 7, as it took him a little bit longer to refire. We are green as Christopher Bell is coming around to take 4 to go here in a minute. Hands down the best car of the day, and by a 12.5-second victory, Christopher Bell wins at Watkins Glen to get his 3rd win on the season in our first accident caution-free race since 2019 at Kansas when Kurt Busch won that race. Christopher Bell, his first multi-win season, he will burn it down here at Watkins Glen. His win fueled by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. If we take a look at the results here at Watkins Glen, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe, the result he needed today. Harvick, Chastain, the top 5. Best career finish for Ty Gibbs. Tyler Reddick coming home in 8th place. Good run for the 8. But we'll take a look at his points deficit going into Daytona next weekend and what work he needs to do in order to get into the playoffs other than win. If you take a look at the second page, Chase Elliott rallied to finish 11th. Allmendinger, who had such a good road course resume this year, finishes 16th. Good finish for Suarez, Buescher, and Bowman, all rallying from incidents or pit road issues. As we take a look at the third page, Kyle Busch, unfortunate. Logano, Martin Truex, who was one of the favorites to win today, comes home at 23rd. Hamlin, a rough day. He had a pit road penalty late there as well. Let's see, Keselowski rounding out the top 30. Not a good day for the 6 team. The final page, Austin Dillon, Austin Cindric. Joey Hand got that too many men over the wall penalty late. That put him a lap down. Here are the point standings. Thanks to Christopher Bell winning, he's now 3rd in the playoff standings. Martin Truex has secured a playoff spot for the 2022 season. One playoff position up for grabs in Daytona next week. Chase Briscoe, 46 points to the good. He is not safe. It is the 8 who's the only one who can points his way in, 46 points behind. Jones on back. They have to win next week in Daytona if they want to have a chance to make the postseason. That means aggressive racing with the new and improved restrictor plate package for the Gen 7 car, which we'll see in effect next week in Daytona. It's going to be one of the most exciting races of the season, as next week on Saturday night, we determine the 16 drivers who will go to the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in the Coke Zero Sugar 400. This is ASC signing off.